This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Today's show comes from January the 18th in 2011. First up, Brad Garrett. Brad is the man behind the Grill Grate phenomenon. Greg's going to get caught up with him. Second segment today is a little unusual. Back in the day, Harry Carey was a regular guest, and Harry would run a little segment called the fourth segment Free for All. Longtime sponsor of the show, Fred Bernardo, called in. Harry answered the phone. It's just a little bit of radio gold. Hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Here we go. Here is Brad Garrett and Greg from January the 18th, 2011.
Joining me now is someone who has a very interesting product for your grill. He's here to talk about it tonight. Let's go ahead and race over to the hotline and bring up the president and owner of GrillGrate.com. It's Brad Barrett joining us here on the show. Brad, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, Greg. How are you tonight?
I'm doing absolutely fabulous, Brad, and I appreciate you joining me from the road, just so the Centralites know that's kind of what we're hearing in the background. But I definitely wanted to get this done after last week's internet debacle, which we can never count on. But look, when you're doing internet radio and you don't have the internet, you're kind of in a bad situation. So I appreciate you making time out for me tonight. For the people that don't know you, Brad, and before we get into the product, maybe a little brief background about yourself, and has grilling kind of always been a passion of yours?
Yes, it has. I've always been a griller. I've been grilling for 30 years, but I have to admit I am new to the grill industry. I'm a marketing guy. I'm a product guy. I've done some other new products in the past, so this kind of brought me into the grilling industry. And I got to tell you, after being in a lot of other businesses, there's nothing like the grill business. This is a fabulous industry. Brad
Barrett joining us here on the show. So let's go ahead and talk about GrillGrate.com, Brad. Is this product something that you created? Have you taken it on? As you said, you're a marketing guy and wanted to run with it. How does it kind of come to be?
Well, it came to be, like I said, I'm in new product development. I was working on a variety of things, working for a fairly large firm. This design was in there. He bought a company, and then I was looking for new products and other things. And this was sitting on the shelf. It was designed originally for an electric grill. Didn't have the holes in it, didn't have quite the same design, didn't have the handle or the tool. So, but the fella said, you ought to try this on your grill. It works marvelous. So I took it home, played around with it on my grill, and fell in love with it. But it didn't fit this fella's mix, but I couldn't let go of it. So eventually I acquired the rights, and he helped me start the business, and off I went.
If you haven't seen it, by the way, go ahead on over to the website, GrillGrate.com. So is it possible, Brad, for you to kind of paint us a mental picture? What are the key benefits? And are these, for the folks that are listening tonight that wonder why they would want to add this to an existing grill grate, kind of give us some of the unique selling features in your opinion.
Sure. Well, you got to start off with what does the grill do? Really, right now, the grate has been probably the least innovative part of a grill. A lot of times been on the fuel source and the variety of configurations, but the grate itself is just a platform to hold the food. The more I dug into this product, I realized how additive it was and how it actually grills food better. It makes it easier to do, makes it easier to do certain types of things with your grill. So it's really a whole different design that, quite frankly, does a whole lot better job. And laying on top is kind of a plus, because there's a lot of grills out there, so it's sort of a way to turbocharge your grill just by upgrading your grate, so to speak.
All right, so how does it work exactly? You're putting it on your existing grill grate, but what makes it unique in your estimation from using just a regular grill grate?
That's a very fair question. It really is. Think about, first of all, it's three-dimensional. So if you take a cross-section of the thing, it sits about 1.5 inches, well, almost 1 inch high, and it's got raised rails, it's big ribs that sit over a valley of holes. So there's a top and a bottom to it. The top was what your food sits on, the raised rail. But the bottom of valleys kind of provides some protection from below, but it also was where things sizzle, so the juices just don't drip away into the fire pit they drip down into the plate, and they actually steam and sizzle back into the food. So it's a three-dimensional cross-section that sears on the top and sizzles and steams down below. So it really does quite a bit more than your average grate.
Brad Barrett joining us here on the show. Grill Grate is his product, and grillgrate.com is the website. Brad, I would imagine, at least when I had first heard of the idea and actually got around to looking at it, I immediately thought a gas grill for sure. Is this something that can also go on a charcoal grill?
Absolutely. In fact, really all the development work I did was on a Weber. I'd burned up over a year fooling around with this product. It gave me a lot more confidence to be more aggressive with the grill. I do less indirect grilling, so from a coal standpoint, it's fabulous. In fact, a lot of our customers are these big comp teams who use these catering grills. A lot of them are charcoal, and they run so hard. They're not that easy to manage, especially in open air environments. And the grates provide a whole level of protection against flare up and a lot more uniformity in terms of heat control as well. Great for charcoal. In fact, the ultimate testimony, I guess, Greg, would be we've been very successful with the Green Egg and a lot of the other ceramic cookers, and our grate system has been widely accepted by, that gang, and you know how rabid they are. So,
absolutely. I mean,
give you an idea.
You had mentioned caterers. Is this something that you could see also going into some higher-end steakhouses or just restaurant in general, the food service industry?
Absolutely. I wish I had four hands right now. Yes. I mean, the restaurant market's one of the over-the-hill markets. We are in a handful of barbecue restaurants because there's an overlap. Obviously, a lot of these comp teams have their own restaurants and catering businesses, so that's kind of where we're going. But we've got some five-star chefs. I've got a guy grilling foie gras on it out in the desert in California. So the restaurant market is there. It's just not there this year, really, for us.
All right, so what's the product made out of, Brad?
Good question. We're really kind of bucking a trend here. It's an aluminum product that's hard anodized. So we're a military hard coat once the product has been made. But the aluminum is a much more conductive alloy. Granted, it's more expensive. That's why you don't see it on grills more often. You mostly just see cast iron, maybe a porcelain coating, so really to protect against rust. But the aluminum is extraordinarily more conductive, more unifying in heat. In fact, heat sinks in traditional engines, other kinds of equipment are made out of aluminum and look fairly similar to our design. They actually telegraph and transmit heat much better.
So it's the hard anodized aluminum, and we are talking with Brad Barrett from Grill Grate. Grillgrate.com, by the way, is the website if you want to check it out. Let me see here, Brad. Now, life expectancy and maintenance, if you get a pair or you get 3 or 4, whatever the case may be for your particular cooker, what needs to be done, anything prior, and then, of course, after cooks, and to keep these things nice and honed up to par?
Good question. Actually, maintenance is less is more in the beginning because they'll season like a cast iron skillet. So I really try to tell folks just to let them blacken and brown in, and over time, notice that they brush is easily clean on the rails. So the rest of the grate will be kind of black and seared itself in. They'll last a lifetime. They'll probably last longer than your grill. They won't rust, and the hard anodizing makes the surface twice as hard as stainless steel. So they're hard to scratch. We've had them in restaurants going 7, 12-hour shifts and daily and working just great. So I think that the longevity of them is going to be surprising to people. I've had several sets on my grill now for over 2 years, and I'm using them 3 or 4 times a week. I clean them once in a while in the sink, but there's very, very little care other than just brushing them during warm-up.
Do you need to use a special kind of brush, or can you get after it with a stainless steel or a brass brush? It doesn't matter.
Really, any brush, even those grill pads, with the plastic handles, work pretty darn well. I should also point out that tool, the 4-fingered spatula, also really doubles as a shovel device. So as you do get debris building up in the valleys, down in the bottom of our grates, all you do is just shovel it out by pushing that tool down the valley, so you can keep the bottoms clean with the 4-fingered tool. Because you'll build up some debris, especially if you do a whole bunch of chicken and start to get some buildup of the grease. You can just push it right out with the tool.
To put in your request for a future show, please contact John Solberg via email at john@thebbqcentralshow.com.
That's right. Take that tool and push that junk out of your way. Question for you. Always have a question for you in this section. Does the Barbecue Central show bring value to you? Are you entertained by it? Do you enjoy it? If it does, one way you can say thank you is to follow them on your social media platforms, whatever that platform is. It is at BBQ Central Show on Instagram and Twitter /BBQ Central Show on Facebook. Give the big show a follow. Let them know you care. Got something to say? Reach out by email or on your social media platform to Greg at the BBQCentralShow.com or John, Jon John, at the BBQCentralShow.com. Love to hear from ya. That said, let's jump into Fred Bernardo and Harry Carey with the fourth segment, Free for All.
And we're going to go play the fourth segment, Free for All. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here. I'm very excited to be here tonight on a Tuesday. Always happy to be here with the crowd, with the Centralites, enjoying fun and succulent stuff. But let's get right to the game. Let's go ahead. We'll go to area code 816, name and where you're calling from.
Joel in Kansas City.
Hey, Joel, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great.
All right. Joel, would you like to play the game?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Joel, I'm going to tell you right now we have a great prize tonight in case you didn't know what you were going to be winning. Darian from Cosmos Q has offered up a complete taste test prize pack of all of his rubs and soaks. Can you believe it, Joel?
I cannot believe it.
All right, Joel, so let's go ahead and play the game. Do you want barbecue questions or not barbecue questions?
Let's go barbecue questions.
All right, barbecue questions it is, Joel. Earlier in the program, Joel, Greg was interviewing a man that made a very cool accessory for your grill. Can you name the company?
Grillgrate.com.
Grillgrate.com is exactly correct. Very good, Joel. You are 1 for 1. Second question, Joel. Here we go. Name the best-selling charcoal in the world.
Kingsford.
Kingsford it is. Joel, you're very smart. I can tell by your voice. You're 2 for 2, just like Andre Dawson was in the World Series of 1978. Okay.
That was a great game.
I love that. That was my favorite game ever, Joel. Okay, next question, and this is your third question. If you get this right, you get the Cosmos Q prize. Joel, are you excited?
Oh, you know I am.
I know you are too, Joel. Okay. Third question. Here we go. Can you name the most recent KCBS Team of the Year just crowned this past weekend?
Well, if memory serves, he would be coming on in the next segment with you, and that would be Q-Owl.
And that's right, Joel. You're very smart. You're obviously very handsome. I can tell in your voice. And you've won the Cosmos Q all-inclusive soaks and rubs injection pack. It's soaks and injections and soak pack. I can't even talk right. Joel, all you need to do is send me your shipping info via email. And you can send it to Greg at thebbqcentralshow.com.
Okay.
All right, thanks for calling in tonight, Joel.
Thank you.
Beat it. Looks like Fred Bernardo's calling in. He can't wait. I'm debating whether or not I want to pick him up and make him play the fourth segment free-for-all. Let's see. Heads or tails, guys? Should I pick him up or not? All right, here we go. Fourth segment free-for-all. Who's this?
Greg. Fred Bernardo.
Fred, this is Harry Carey. Hey. Fred, do you want to play the game?
Sure.
All right, Fred. 3 questions for your chance to win fun and succulent prizes. Do you want barbecue questions or sports questions?
Barbecue.
Fred, name the longest running sponsor on the show.
Fred's Music and Barbecue Supply.
That's right.
Listening.
Fred's Music is right. Second question, Fred, for your chance to win fun and succulent prizes here. Fred's Music and Barbecue happens to be one of the largest distributors of this great ceramic-type cooker. Can you name it?
The big green egg.
The big green egg is right. You are 2 for 2, Fred. You're obviously a very smart individual. That cannot be denied. We go in for your third question for your chance to win fun prizes for free. Fred, are you excited?
I'm getting pretty excited.
I know I am too. All right, Fred, third question. Name the creator of Tasty Licks barbecue seasoning.
Well, that would be me, Fred Bernardo.
That's right. Trick question there, Fred. I thought I'd get you on a very
You
easy.
almost got me on that one.
That's right. I figured that it would be 50-50 if you were going to get it. Fred, you've won some seriously great prizes for your chance. You can choose whatever you'd like, of course. We have frog mats for you to choose from. We have some wild game rub from Barbecue Hooks. We have some wine-infused Oakwood products from Greenleaf Barbecue. Anything you would like.
I think I'd like to try those wine-infused products, whatever they are, as long as they got wine in them.
Yeah, it's been wine-infused, so you know there's wine in it, and it's going to be great stuff. Fred, all you need to do is send me your shipping info at greg@the.bbqcentralshow.com, and we'll get you hooked right up.
You got it.
All right, Fred, we'll be talking in about 10 minutes from now.
Right, ignore my previous email.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'll talk to you.
Yep.
Bye. There he is. It's Fred Bernardo. Just calling in. Okay. Well, that wasn't horrifically awkward, was it? Uh-oh. I don't know. Maybe it was. Well, I must say, he's very smart. That's good. He knows all of his stuff. He knows who made what. He knows what he sells. I'm sorry, but it comes, it's like you got to know your products in order to sell it.
That cracks me up. It doesn't matter how many times I hear that bit, it cracks me up. It's funny. I think it's funny. I hope you think it's funny too. Hey, if you'd like to hear the complete show from January the 18th, 2011, head over to thebbqcentralshow.com. There will be a link in the show notes for this show to take you right there. Hey, there's a search box over there. Search whatever you like. Find the shows on a topic that is near and dear to your heart. Do you want to know about a pitmaster? You want to know about a cooker? You want to know about a fuel? Chances are it's there. Check it out. You want to hear a particular Best Moment show? Send me an email at John at thebbqcentralshow.com, and I will get it done for you. Until next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.